We are less than 4 months away from the kickoff to the 2025 NFL season. Not that anyone is counting. And we just got the release of the official schedule from the NFL. And I wanted to take a few minutes to go through this and talk about whatever there is to talk about, starting obviously with the fact that not only are the Chargers uh, the opponents in week one, but it's not in the United States, in Brazil. It will be on YouTube at 7 p.m., a primetime game for the Kansas City Chiefs. One thing to note as we get into this, the Chiefs have a week 10 bye week, meaning it's relatively in the middle of the season, but it is in the later half of the season. By the time the Chiefs get to their bye week, they have played the Raiders once, they have played the Chargers once, meaning there is a Broncos, Chargers, Raiders game to be had in the last 7 weeks of the season. The NFL is absolutely tired of the Chiefs running away with things. Wait, what? Yeah, Broncos there. Okay. Broncos right out of the bye week. Broncos penultimate week of the season. Penultimate, Pepe. Do something with that one, huh? We have to go back to the beginning, though, because that is the reason that is happening is because the Kansas City Chiefs have won the AFC West every season since, I don't know, My Name was on the radio by Marshall Mathers. So it's been a long time, and the NFL wants to add some drama to the late season antics for the Kansas City Chiefs, and that includes packing the front end of the schedule with a whole lot of playoff teams and allowing the AFC West to maybe keep pace with the Chiefs until those last 7 weeks. So that's what's happening there. And the interesting thing about week 2 here, so the Eagles will be coming to Arrowhead. I don't know how I did that. Will be coming to Arrowhead. This will not be the Sunday night game. Why will not this be the Sunday night game? I believe it's because the Eagles have the Sunday night game in week 1, and I checked who has the Sunday night game in week 2. I believe, don't hold me to this, I believe it is the Bills and the Ravens. So the only way they could keep the Chiefs off of the Sunday night game against the Eagles was to have the Bills and Ravens in the same week, a game that will ultimately have higher playoff implications because they are both AFC teams, but I don't understand why you do that early in the year. Why not wait until that mid-season-ish mark? Why not give the Eagles 2 Sunday night games back to back? And I don't know. Anyway, I assume people earning much more money than I do are putting these things together. And then we get to week 3 at the Giants. This game takes place Sunday, September 21st. It is a Sunday night game, and I am already just hoping that there are no injuries. That is where we are with the Giants at this point in time. Is what it is. We will see the Giants Sunday night, late September. Then you get to the week 4 Ravens matchup, also at Arrowhead. So you have 2 home games, 2 away games in the first 4 weeks. Then you have away game, home game, home game, home game leading into, and then an away game at the Bills leading into the bye. But a run of home games there at the early mid season. So the Ravens at Arrowhead, it's a 3:25 kickoff on a Sunday. Don't know what to say about this yet. I think that the Ravens are a team that I'm kind of waiting on to hit that Bengals level. The Bengals had their run, and then it's just been one thing after another for them. And if the Ravens can get through the next couple of seasons, they are on a very impressive Chiefs/Bills like run. The Bills haven't done what the Chiefs have done, but they've been doing it for a very long time now. A couple seasons up and down here and there, but largely a good team. The Ravens are on that same pace. I I have a hard time believing Lamar Jackson does not take one of those great big hits at some point. And I know that is not something that everybody says, hey, he doesn't get hit, etc., etc. Well, you don't get hit until you do, right? This is just one of those things that the sport of football, look, running around like a quarterback is different than running around like a wide receiver or a running back. You have that ball in a different position. It puts your shoulders in different positions. That makes you land differently. And I think that I think it's a matter of time. I know, and he's been running around for a very long time and hasn't taken any of those hits yet. And your speed doesn't last forever in the NFL either. So I'm just wondering if this is the year that the Ravens all of a sudden mysteriously do not do well. The Jaguars, week 5 at Jaguars. It's a 7:15 game. It's a Monday game. You're giving the Chiefs and the Jaguars the Monday night game. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head when flexing starts, but I think it's not until late in the year. So that Chiefs Jaguars Monday night game is going to happen. I failed to understand the logic behind that, but okay. Then the Lions, week 6. It is a Sunday night game at Arrowhead. The last time the Lions played at Arrowhead, it was a portend for a very, very good season, but a bad game. We all remember that one. It's kicked off a 2-year Super Bowl run. 3-year Super Bowl run, 2-year consecutive Super Bowl win. Sunday, Raiders, noon, Arrowhead. Just your classic AFC West showdown, noon kickoff on a Sunday. Not a whole. Is that the first noon kickoff of the? Yeah, first noon kickoff of the season, week 7. Do you remember when the Chiefs just always played at noon? I do. Commanders, week 8. It is a Monday night game, so you have 2 Monday night games in 4 weeks. At least we don't play on every day of the week except for Tuesday this season. Anyway, another Monday night game against the Commanders. Your hot young team, your rising quarterback, going to be an interesting game potentially. The Commanders have to prove that last season was no fluke. I think that they can do that. I don't know that they will. Then, obviously, like we said earlier, the Bills on Sunday, a 3:25 kickoff at Bills. So, this is going to obviously be a very important game. It is a game leading into a bye. You have, let's see, it's not the toughest schedule leading up to this. Certainly not an easy schedule leading up to this. Everybody says the Chargers are going to win the AFC West. This is the 15th year in a row they've done that. Everybody obviously the weakest game here is the Giants. Everyone thinks the Giants will be better than they were last year, but no one can really explain particularly why. The Jaguars are always going to be one of these clawing at the playoff type teams. So you could be looking at a real murderer's row here. Then the bye week, week 10, which I would rather have at week 10 than week 7. At the Broncos, out of the bye. Andy Reid is great off of the bye, heading to Mile High for a 3:25 kickoff is not the worst thing in the world. Should the Chiefs beat the Chargers in week 1, beat the Raiders in week 7, and I think we will be betting on I'm not going to be betting. I'm not a betting man, but we would all bet for that. Should the Chiefs be able to take care of business against the Broncos coming out of the bye, it should set up things nicely for the rest of the season. Remember, you have those 3 games in the last 4 weeks of the season that will be against AFC West opponents. Then you have a noon kickoff on November 23rd against the Colts at Arrowhead. Is what it is. We'll see where the Colts are. Then you have Thursday, November 27th, the Cowboys. You have 3:30 game against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. That will be interesting. I don't know what to make of the Cowboys. I'm just going to be real honest with you. I don't think they're going to be good. I never think they're going to be good. Usually they win a decent amount of games, but I don't get a good read on that franchise. Then the Texans, December 7th. It is a Sunday night game, 7:20 p.m. We will see what happens with the Texans. Can they take that next step forward? This is a very interesting team to watch in comparison to the Commanders. The Commanders had a very similar first season being good to the Texans' first season being good, and you saw where things kind of trailed off for the Texans after that. Home against the Chargers at a noon kickoff on Sunday the 14th. Are they expecting the drama to be dead by this point? Interesting choice of times for this game. The Titans at the Titans, noon kickoff, December 21st. Then you get a Thursday night Christmas Day game, Christmas evening game against the Broncos, 7:15 kickoff at Arrowhead. We will I didn't check to see if there are multiple Christmas Day games. I assume there are. It'll be interesting to see what the other one is. And then the final week of the season at the Raiders, time to be announced, but it is a Sunday game for the Chiefs and the Raiders. You have to imagine it at this point, Sunday, January 4th, that for the AFC West, it will be all over but the crying. So, an interesting schedule for the Kansas City Chiefs. Not as all over the place as was last season, but certainly there are not very many other opportunities for a team to play than the Kansas City Chiefs do play. You've got noon, you've got 3:25, you've got night games, you've got Monday night games, you've got Thursday night games. So, okay, all over the place again. The Chiefs do well with that, though. The Chiefs do well when they feel like their back is against the wall for some reason. If we look through the schedule and we just say lose all the hard games, just say lose the hard games. Eagles. Do we want to say? We'll say Ravens, Lions, Bills. So there's 4 losses. That would put you at 13-4 if you lose all of the hardest games, which won't happen, and you win all of the less than hardest games, which won't happen. The Chiefs, here's something to be prepared for. The Chiefs won 15 games last season. It is indescribably rare that a team wins 15 games in the NFL. We have to prepare for the Chiefs not to win 15 games this coming season. But that will be all right. The Chiefs are likely to win the division. The Chiefs are likely to make the playoffs. At that point, record doesn't matter. You win the Super Bowl or you don't. And that is where the Chiefs are with this franchise. That is all I have for this video. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other Kansas City Chiefs fans. And if you find yourself here by chance but not design, the Chiefs are the only thing I talk about on this channel, dropping multiple videos every single week, and hope to have you back for the next one.